Good morning, everybody, on a Thursday morning. Hope everybody is doing well. Hope everybody's having a real nice pipe week. Really have been enjoying the pipe week. I know I have. Been trying to catch up on quite a few videos and subbing some new guys on here and everything. And plus, been kind of busy too on trying to resub. Uh, it's been a while back. I finally learned that a lot of people that I had subbed was gone off my phone. So now I'm having to go through and resub everybody. And that's kind of been a little bit of a pain, but we all know how YouTube is. But get a little housekeeping done. I'm smoking a Phoenix pipe, and this pipe was gifted to me by the Pipe Ninja. And in it, I've got some Sir Winston in it. And I like that Sir Winston pretty good. Cliff had, and this was gifted to me by the Pipe Ninja. Now, Cliff was on a live that I was on, about a year now it's been. And I was on, we both on that, Demathia, and Willie had gotten one of these, and I made a comment about that was a good looking pipe. I really liked that. And Cliff had heard that, and next thing I know, I'm getting this thing in the mail. So it was a well appreciated gift. I tell you what, it's been a good smoker. And that's all I smoke in this is that Sir Winston. It's made by one of our brick and mortar store over at Fort Smith, Arkansas, which is not too far from me. And Cliff had come down and Fort Smith last year, and we got together, and I had some of this on me, and he shared a bowl with it with me, and he said he really liked that, so I bought him a pound of it and sent it to him, and everything. So he really enjoys it, and that's why I just smoke Sir Winston in this, is because it helps keep me reminded of the nice visit me and him and Ron Hardcracker had while he was down for a weekend. And yeah, anytime you get a chance to meet up with a YPC member and stuff, do so. You'll really enjoy it. You'll be surprised just how much fun that you can have. But I hope everybody's having a good pipe week and everything. And I just kind of want to get on here and say now, Saturday afternoon, I can't remember what time it's supposed to start. You can check with Flat Cap Piper and Lady Fire. They'll have their times and everything down. They're going to be the representatives and stuff. And so join everybody on there. It's going to be a fun evening. We're all going to have a good time. And there's going to be a lot of presenters on there and everything. So go check it out. I know this year they was taking some votes in on who might be the favorite pipe artist that you like, and who would you recommend, and who you thought was a good YTPC presenter. I've already made my picks, so if you hadn't picked anybody or anything yet, jump on there and let them know that who you want to nominate for these categories. Because these guys, like us, or like me, we put a lot of work into making these videos and putting them on, and it's because we enjoy it. We enjoy smoking the pipe. We enjoy the brotherhood that we get from it and talking to everybody. And that's why we do it. It's not that we get paid or anything for it, because we definitely don't get paid for it. If we did, I'd be a millionaire probably by now. But yeah, I used to have quite a few videos up, but for some reason they got took down or something, and I lost a lot of subscribers. So I'm trying to get built back up, and trying to get a lot of my old subscribers back. It's just been a slow go, but we're getting there. And but yeah, I watched a video that Cliff did yesterday about where he lived at there in Arkansas, and it was all about the airplanes. Well, I know exactly what Cliff's talking about because I'm from that area. That's me and Cliff and Arkansas Mike grew up pretty close to each other within that same area, the northeast corner of Arkansas there. We was probably about maybe 20 miles apart from each other, and different times, I grew up more in the older times than what Cliff did, and Arkansas Mike, because I guess that's why I'm a little bit older than they are. But yeah, that's all farm country down there. And them airplanes, they do get pretty low. Them crop dusters and everything. I mean, them suckers get so low to the ground, I've actually seen them fly underneath highline wires and stuff. And every once in a while, one of them will mess up and catch a line with their tail that sticks up in the back of that plane. Will catch one of them lines, and sometimes it'll flip them down into the ground and everything. But yeah, that's why we had to leave Arkansas, because Miss Kathy was out in the yard one day working and got sprayed by one of them, and it just soaked her down, and she had to run in and take a shower and everything, tried to get that mess off of her because it was kind of burning her skin. Well, ever since then, she's had a hard time breathing, and she still has a hard time breathing because of it. That's why we had to move from our home state up to here, because they don't do no spraying up here. There's really no crops for crop dusters to spray in these mountains. And so we just was close to our retirement and everything. We sold our home that we had there in Arkansas and moved up this way. Well, I didn't know at the time I lived there that I was that close to Cliff and Arkansas Mike. And so when I started doing these videos, I got a text from Cliff. And he told me, he said, as soon as I heard your first video, he said, I knew I had me an Arkansas boy. He said, I had to check you out. And we've become good friends ever since. I've been down visiting with him, and he's been up here visiting with me. And we've really enjoyed each other's company. When I go back home to visit family and stuff, I'll try to give Cliff a holler at if he's around. That man stays pretty busy with six youngins running around. You gotta stay pretty active. But yeah, I really enjoy Cliff and Arkansas Mike. And I hear from Arkansas Mike just practically every morning. He's always texts me and asks me how my day is, and I'll usually text him and ask him how his day is. So yeah, we all kind of grew up in the same area, just different times. We probably all have at one time have fished the same rivers, swimmed in the same lakes, and probably hunted on the same grounds. So we all know that area real well. And but yeah, it's really been nice being on the YTPC. If you're a presenter or just a lurker or whatever, join us Saturday afternoon. Guarantee you'll have a good time. But I just kind of want to get on here and remind everybody about it. And I noticed watching some of the videos and stuff about something about hats. It was one of the contests going on. Asked somebody, I forgot who it was asking about what is your favorite hat. Well, I'm here to tell you this old hat right here. I've had this old hat for probably 25, maybe 30 years now, and it's been through a lot of kicking around and beating up. But I bought this hat, like I said, a long time ago, and it's a good wearing hat. I really enjoy it, like wearing it. Of course, back when I used to do a little bull riding and bronc riding and stuff. And by the way, I'm not no cowboy. By all means, I'm not a cowboy. Just some of the things that kind of struck my interest for a short period of time. After I got stomped on and kicked on and stepped on a few times, I figured that occupation I didn't need to be in. But yeah, I like this old hat. It's all beaver. Back when I don't even think this company's even in business anymore. I think I gave probably $50 for this hat. Nowadays, a beaver hat, it's all beaver without nothing mixed in with it, probably run you around 500 on up. I know here a while back I'd went in one of the Western stores and I had this hat on and I went in there to get it cleaned and reshaped and everything. And the old boy that owned the store, he was looking at it. He told me, he said, "Hey," he said, "you wouldn't be considered selling this hat or trading it, would you?" And I said, "No, sir. I'd never thought about that." I said, "Kind of like that old hat. Man, it's been around quite a while." He said, "Well," he says, "if there's anything here in the store that you might want or like or anything," he said, "I mean anything." He said, I'll trade it to you for that hat." And I said, "No," I said, I don't think I want to get rid of my hat." I said, we got a lot of stories together, so I think I'm going to hang on to it. But I'm kind of glad I did, because I didn't realize how much beaver hats really was until I started pricing them. But yeah. But yeah, I've really have enjoyed over the years being a presenter for the YPC. I've been doing it about as long as Cliff's been doing it. We both jumped on here around about the same time. I think he's been going about 4, 5 years now, about the same as me. And so I really have met a lot of good folks on here. A lot of nice people. And we have a lot of fun. Of course, we pick on each other quite a bit, you know. So if you're the type that gets mad for being picked on, this is really not a place for you, because you will get picked on eventually. I know I get picked on sometimes just because of the way I talk. Of course, I'm kind of used to that because everybody I ever get around always asks me, "Where in the heck are you from?" I'm from the old schools. You know, back when I was growing up, the old folks, we used the ain'ts and the it'n uh, and all them kind of funny languages. I know one day I was in a store and I told a lady I bought some stuff and I told her, I said, just put that in a poke and I'll tote it home. A tote and I'll tote it home. She asked me, she said, what's a tote? So I had to explain to her. She asked me, she said, where are you from? I said, I'm from Arkansas. She said, well, that kind of figures. She says, oh, you Arkansas people talk funny. But yeah, we have a lot of good times on here and everything. Of course, here lately I hadn't been on as much as I have been. I've been pretty busy. I've got a small engine shop that I work on some small engines and everything. And I tell you, half the time I got my head shoved up underneath a lawnmower. So, especially in the summertime. But also, to help kick off the pipe awards and everything, me and Kathy are gonna do a live Saturday around 9 o'clock. So if anybody's interested and want to join us, we sure appreciate it. We would look forward to seeing you there. And even if it's just to step in and say hi for just a few minutes, it's always nice to hear from everybody. We really enjoy everybody's visit. We usually try to have a good time. And on my channel, we talk more about things than just pipes, I like to consider myself kind of like a bunch of guys sitting around a coffee shop talking about uh, things that goes on besides just smoking a pipe and stuff. Now, we do talk about the pipe now, and we do talk about our tobacco we're smoking and everything. We don't leave that completely out. Uh, but, we like to talk about, who's getting married or whose kids got graduated and things like that. And, the only thing that we usually try to leave out of the discussion is uh, religion and politics. Because those are the two main topics that can get you in a lot of trouble real quick. So we try to kind of stay away from that category. We don't like making nobody mad. Those opinions are pretty well kept best to yourself sometimes. I know one time I was working on the river. I was on the way home because I'd gotten off from working for 30 days. I stopped off in a little old bar there in Mississippi and to get a sandwich and a Coke. And of course, we're sitting there, and they had a football team going on, and it was Arkansas and Mississippi playing. I got to rooting for Arkansas and sat there in Mississippi and almost got whooped before I got out of there. So, but yeah, help support a lot of the presenters and stuff. We sure would enjoy hearing from you, and everything. So, I've done sit here and talk so much, I've let this pipe go out, but I just want to let Cliff know this is one of the best smoking pipes that I've got in my whole collection, Cliff. And I really have enjoyed it. And every time I pick it up and smoke it, I always think about the first time we met. So, thank you, Cliff, for the gift. And I really wanted you to know I really appreciated it and enjoyed it. Uh, but yeah, give us a holler at Saturday. We jump on here around 9 o'clock and get everything warmed up and try to get started for the pipe awards and stuff. And if you need to know the time, uh, get with flat cap piper and uh, Lady Fire. I believe I'm saying her name right. I got a bad habit of wanting to say uh, uh, Wild Lady Fire. uh, she's an awful nice lady. I get tickled at her sometimes. Of course, I can understand why people laugh at me by the way I talk. I get tickled by the way she talks sometimes. But I've made this a little bit too long. I don't usually jump on here and make one this long, uh, but I just want to say I hope everybody's having a wonderful week and having plenty of good smokes through the week. And if you see new subscribers and stuff like that, jump on there and welcome them in to the YTPC. Show them that we are a bunch of likable guys and girls. We have a good time, and we try to enjoy each other's company. So I'm going to jump off of here and tell everybody thank you for subscribing to me, and enjoy hearing more from yous, enjoying seeing, and will enjoy seeing more of y'all. So take care, and God bless each and every one of yous. Wado.